As you guys know, One Piece's Blackbeard is based on the real life Blackbeard. So in this video, we'll be looking at the history of the real Blackbeard and can we draw any conclusions and find out more about the One Piece's Blackbeard. Well, you've probably guessed that one, right? Blackbeard's real name was Edward Thatch or Edward Teach. Some original sources list it one way, some another. Blackbeard started his piracy career while serving under the legendary Benjamin Hornigold. He wasn't Blackbeard then, he was just one more pirate out of many. Hornigold saw potential in young Edward Teach and promoted him. Eventually, he gave Teach his own command as captain of the captured ship. The two were very successful while they worked together. Hornigold eventually accepted a pardon and Blackbeard set out on his own. In November of 1717, Blackbeard captured La Concorde, a large French slaving vessel. He renamed it the Queen Anne's Revenge and kept it for himself, modifying it for privacy. He put 40 cannons on it, making it one of the most formidable pirate ships ever. With it, he terrorized the Atlantic and Caribbean for almost a year before the Queen Anne's Revenge ran aground. Blackbeard knew the importance of image in his line of work. Before battle, he would dress all in black, strap several pistols to his chest, and put on a large black captain's hat. Then, he would put slow-burning fuses in his hair and beard. The fuses constantly splattered and gave off smoke, which weathered him in a greasy fog. He looked like a devil who had stepped right out of hell and onto a pirate ship, and most of his victims simply surrendered their cargo rather than fight him. Blackbeard intimidated his opponents this way because it was good business. If they gave up without a fight, he could keep their ship and he would lose fewer men. Besides Hornigold, Blackbeard sailed with some famous pirates. He was a friend of Charles Vane, who came to see him in North Carolina to try and enlist his help in establishing a pirate kingdom in the Caribbean. Blackbeard wasn't interested, but his men and Vane's men had a legendary party. He sailed with Stede Bonnet, the gentleman pirate from the Barbados. Also, Blackbeard's first mate was a man named Israel Hands, and Robert Louis Stevenson borrowed the name for his classic Treasure Island. In 1718, Blackbeard went to North Carolina and accepted a pardon from Governor Charles Eden. He may have wanted to leave piracy behind, but his retirement didn't last long. Before long, Blackbeard had struck a deal with the crook governor, loot for protection. Eden helped Blackbeard appear legit, and Blackbeard shared his takings. It was an arrangement that benefited both men until Blackbeard's death. Blackbeard wasn't one to run from a fight. On November 1718, Blackbeard was cornered by 2 Royal Navy ships that had been sent to him to hunt him down. The pirate had relatively few men, as most of his men were on shore at that time, but he decided to fight. He almost got away, but in the end was brought down in hand-to-hand fighting on the deck of his ship. When Blackbeard was finally killed, they found 5 bullet wounds and 20 sword cuts to his body. His head was cut off and presented as proof to collect a bounty. His body was thrown into the water, and legend has it that it swam around the ship 3 times before it sank. That's a common myth about Blackbeard and other pirates like him. There are no accounts of Blackbeard ever burying treasure, and nothing attributed to him has ever been dug up. Much of the loot that he captured was vulnerable to the elements like fabrics or cocoa, and burying it would have ruined it. Still, treasure hunters like to look around his old hunts to see if maybe he did leave something behind. Most people seem to think of Blackbeard as a sort of king of pirates, perhaps the most successful pirate ever to sail the 7 seas. This is far from the truth. Other pirates were far more successful than Blackbeard. Henry Avery took a single treasure ship worth hundreds of thousands of pounds in 1695, which is far more than Blackbeard took in his whole career. Blackbeard Roberts, a contemporary of Blackbeard, captured hundreds of ships, far more than Blackbeard ever did. Still, Blackbeard was an astounding pirate. As such things go, he was an above average pirate captain for in terms of loot, even if he wasn't the best ever. Researchers think they have discovered the wreck of the mighty Queen Anne's Revenge along the North Carolina coast. Searches of the site have yielded treasure such as cannons, anchors, mast barrels, a bell, a broken drinking glass, and part of a sword. Work on the site is ongoing, and researchers hope to turn up more. It's the closest thing to buried treasure the famed pirate left behind. One of the statements states that Blackbeard learned from other pirates. Could this be that he was basically raised on Whitebeard's ship, or considering his captain in his youth life was Benjamin Hornigold, which is a little trippy, or maybe he had a relationship to Gold D. Roger? This brings me to my next point. This article suggests he was considered a king of pirates, but it mentioned he wasn't the most successful pirate. Well, Marshal D Teach is currently striving to become the pirate king, and with stories surprises, he may indeed become pirate king in some twisted way, and Luffy takes him out or something. What if that most successful pirate was Benjamin Hornigold? Maybe he is the mentor of Blackbeards. Well, Hornigold and Goldie Roger are sounding more plausible now, and we all knew he was the first pirate king. It also listed that Blackbeard looked like a devil. Could Oda have been using this bit of information as an inspiration for devil fruits, or that Blackbeard has a demon or devil within him? Thinking it would be possible of a demon residing within Marshal D Teach rises the structure to an answer of why he could have 2 devil fruits. The darkness fruit he had may actually be a demon within you. I mean, it's the first fruit that can negate other fruits. There's a couple of theories one could develop with this. Seeing this bit of information made me think some of these facts were used by Oda as a base for Blackbeard becoming pardoned and then doing work as a pirate who protects location for off financial benefit. Let me know what you think, guys.